people! Welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, happy to be back at BadLadDad HQ. Not really, I was quite enjoying being in Florida, to be honest with you. A couple of weeks away, fantastic weather, well, apart from the day that we landed, or tried to land, when there was thunderstorms and rain lashing down and we had to circle the airport for about an hour before we could touch down. So it saw the Brits were coming and thought, let's make them feel at home. Apart from that, it was beautiful weather, lots of food, lots of good food, lots of beers as well, but it's hard to have a few beers when you're relaxing on holiday. Anyway, I digress. The reason for being here for today's WWE SuperCard is it's WrestleMania Fusion time. Now, I know quite a few of you have had a WrestleMania Pro just from your first two cards. Now, this is my second card. The reason why it's taken a little longer than the first card isn't because I delayed it, it's because it was ready about 3 days ago. But what with it being their last day in Florida, I wanted to make the most of it, and then travelling all the way back, and then back in London for the first day, trying to catch up with business and various other things. Today's the first day I've had a chance to sit down in front of the old familiar setup. It's good to have the old familiar setup. Instead of lugging that MacBook all around Flow Rider with me, it's nice to be back in a comfy chair. Home comforts, never having flies in your mouth and ducks chasing after me. Forget about gators in Florida. The ducks just, they got a thing about Big Jim, they follow me everywhere. I thought I was King Duck for the fortnight, I don't know why. Anyway, a couple of things. There's the WrestleMania Fusion. This is rather strangely, I did do a King of the Ring before I set off, because I was powering up my Nia Jax WrestleMania Pro, and I was powering up Charlotte Survivor Fusion Pro, which I debated in my own mind whether to combine her and go ahead with it, or whether to start some other WrestleMania Fusions. And I thought, well, might as well get on with it, because it's probably only got 2 or 3 weeks left of Season 2 before Season 3 lands. So might as well make the most of the pros that I've got now, rather than, bird in hand, big bird like Charlotte in hand. It's worth 2 in the bush. Remember that. And there's jokes about bushes as well, but not for this channel. But what I did, I was so excited in doing all this setup, I went smack into that King of the Ring and collected the reward, and then realised I hadn't turned the camera on, which is in fact my iPhone as usual. And on that note, I will be doing some videos showing you how to record using an iPhone and your MacBook or your PC or whatever. I will be doing some videos on those guides, because so many of you said yes, you'd like to see that. So that is something I will do. Give me a couple of weeks just to set a few things up, and I'll do 3 or 4 videos just showing you how we do everything. From making the thumbnails to the video to how I edit them, how we're geared up for recording, all that kind of nonsense. So I don't talk about it when I'm doing SuperCard videos like I am now. So anyway, what did I get? I got a Dean Ambrose, and that's absolutely no good to me, because I've already got Dean Ambrose as one of my few WrestleMania Pros. So there's a bit annoying there. Let's just call him up so you can see. There he is, right at the back there. I'll just lock him, because only when he landed I realised I hadn't pressed record. Stupid mistake. But I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Oh, they're looking good, aren't they? Sasha and Charlotte, never looked better. I haven't pulled the trigger yet on the WrestleMania Fusion. Now, you'll probably see from down below that I got Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake, as my first WrestleMania Fusion card. So it would be nice to follow 90% of you out there and get another card that followed on my first card, and to make a pro out of it. But we'll see where we go. I'm just going to go back. I was going to go back and do team event. We've basically given up on team events. We're so close to Season 3 now, people don't care. And also, when you have a look at the rewards, albeit they're in disguise, with Sasha and Charlotte, you can see you've got The Rock and Taker. When they're giving away good cards like this, you know there's a new season on the horizon. Anyway, let's get on with this Fusion. See what I've got. So, Stone Cold, to be honest, Vincenzo McMahon is what I want. Vincenzo, big Vincenzo, but I'll take, obviously, Stone Cold. But let's see where we go. I'm claiming predictions. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Claim rewards. And I've got... Ooh! It almost feels good enough to kiss him. I almost kissed him then. It's a bit disturbing, that, really. Look at that. Big Vincenzo. That's what I wanted to see. That is actually very good news for my rather pasty-looking King of the Ring squad. Let's just put him in there. What shall I put him in there for? The speed card? Let's put him in for the speed card. Look at that. That's going to look very good. Well, it's a shame, actually, because shame we're not bothering with team events, because he'd be very good for the team deck as well. Anyway, look, I'm very pleased with that. I said it's one of the 2 cards that I wanted, and I got it. So well done me. Now then, I have to say, I was very sluggish. My back end of Money in the Bank, and didn't get Seth Rollins. Saved the points, the contracts carried them over. I've done virtually nothing on this Beck. Whoa! I've just crashed out. Good old SuperCard. It's not the software's fault. The software's working fine. The monitor's working fine. It's actual games that decided to go. Has anyone else experienced this just the last couple of weeks? It's another reason why I get the feeling that they've just left Season 2 now to get on with itself. And they're not going to bother fixing little things like that because Season 3 will be on its way. Yeah, so... well, I was going to play some Money in the Bank with you. But it doesn't want me to play Money in the Bank. It's decided it's going to crash every time I play Money in the Bank. So I can't play Money in the Bank. That's just a shame. What do you want with your Season 3? Do you want it to be bolted on to this app that we're used to now? Or do you want to see a fresh app? My own personal feeling is, I know that people have spent money on this game. Some people have spent a lot more money than others. Some people have barely spent any money at all. And there's a lot of time and effort gone into this game. But I kind of feel that it needs to start afresh. You've got to have a new app. You've got to have something where it's clean. Because one of the things that's clobbered me, one of the things I can show you, you see like card totals there, 105 out of 150. Half the problem there is I'm a bit of a hoarder. So if you go back beyond the WrestleMania of this season, you start seeing all my favourite cards from last season. Who's that? Who's that? It's Hulky Hogan! Let me tell you, brother. And Macho Man, oh yeah. I'm going to do impressions of everyone. The Taker card. These are all the cards that I quite enjoyed playing with, and that I've still got in my Season 1 exhibition mode. So, and I know that you can still keep them in the catalogue. If you go into the catalogue, in fact, let's do that. Might as well do it just to show you. They will be in the catalogue, but of course the gold stars aren't gold stars. They silver them for some reason. So what am I looking at? Card catalogue, Season 1 cards, WrestleMania. So there you go. So there you got Bret Hart, but it gives it. So it's not a silver. It's not a silver star, is it? I got him as a gold star. So you should make it a gold star. See, it's just little touches like that. That's what makes a game. And as they haven't done that, I've then been hoarding my cards, which then means when it's come to events, especially the PCC, it's been an absolute pain in the butt when you're trying to get through all these cards, and every like 5 or 6 hands you're having to go through and delete cards or feed them into something else because your card catalogue's full already. So either make the card catalogue limit 500 if you want to bolt Season 3 onto here, but to be quite honest, like I say, just start afresh. Now I know that means that there's not going to be any sort of carryover, because if you remember, Season 1 we were allowed to convert cards, or a limited number of cards, into cards for Season 2. Kind of gave you a head start over the fresh meat who joined in for Season 2. But I just think let's just start again. Level playing field. Level playing field. Now there's some people who've only just joined in the last few months, particularly when the WrestleMania tier came out. There's an awful lot of publicity, an awful lot of blurb going on, and that was attracting quite a few new players. And the reason I know that is from all the questions we've been getting, which are suddenly relating to Legendary tier and even Epic again, which are things that we'd not heard for a few months. So firstly to you guys, I would say, of course, we've got a massive back catalogue BadLadDad videos that you can watch. And of course, at the start of Season 1 and the start of Season 2, we were effectively novices just like everyone else. So you can see how we progressed if you just link your way all the way back to our early videos, which you can find on our YouTube page. But yeah, I think it's time. It's time for us to all start again. Just rip up the rulebook, start again. And one of the big pleas I would make to Cat Daddy is just tone it down a bit with all these events. Team events have been fun, But on the back of a 4-day PCC slog, there's other things you want to do in life. If you're a family man like myself, you've got commitments. If you're a youngster, you want to get out and about with your mates. You want to do some other stuff. You don't want to be sat in all day, every day, doing a finger tapping frenzy. You want to get out there. You want to meet some girls if you're a guy. You want to meet some guys if you're a girl. Sometimes guys want to meet guys, girls want to meet girls. Whatever floats your boat. Basically, you don't want to be sat indoors just playing this game. Take it out from Pokemon Go. That gets people out and about, doesn't it? So, Season 3, what I would dearly hope, bigger card limit, if there is going to be something bolted on to what we've already got. But if we can start afresh, just please start afresh and just tone it down. Just tone it down a bit. Anyway, that's it from me. That's enough for today, I think. Next time, hopefully I'll have Ninja Boy in tow. I don't know. Depends what sort of mood he's in. And I'm guessing it'll be a Pokemon Go video, because what we're planning on doing is going for a little stroll around the neighbourhood here in London and seeing what Pokies we can catch. I must say, you've got a cab back from Gatwick, back here in London, and it was like a 2.5 hour journey. It could be like a 50-minute drive because of all the traffic, rush hour, Monday morning. We were delayed, but it was great because I was sitting there in Brixton and Streatham in the back of the cab. I was just poking away like crazy. I must have reached the pack limit, the backpack limit several times. I was having to delete things to try and squeeze all the extra Pokeballs in. But that's for a different video, on a different game, on a different day, at a different time. Probably a different lineup. But for now, this is me, Big Jim, saying thanks ever so much for watching. If you like the video, please bang us a like down below. If you haven't subscribed and you do want to see some more, you know what to do. Please subscribe. And you can find us on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram @BadLadDad. And until next time, you guys, stay cool.